This mountain of junk represents a mountainous misunderstanding of how our devices work. Every year, millions of laptops, phones, and power tools are scrapped because they stop turning on. In the vast majority of these cases, the hardware, the screens, the processors, the motherboards, is functioning perfectly. These devices are being discarded because of one single component, the battery. This applies to everything from the lead-acid batteries in your car to the lithium-ion packs in your cordless drills and handheld vacuums. Once they stop holding a charge, most people assume they're broken and buy a new one. We're going to use a series of diagnostic tests and reconditioning cycles to determine if those batteries are truly dead or just chemically dormant. By the end of this, you'll be able to restore the power packs you already own. This is a breakdown of what the average family spends on replacements. A car battery every few years is $150. A laptop is $120. When you include tools and household gadgets, that's $500 a year that can stay in your bank account. Batteries operate through chemical reactions. Over time, internal resistance builds up on the plates. Worse, manufacturers set digital limits, triggering a permanent cutoff once resistance is detected, stopping the battery from charging, even if cells still have life. Because the device won't turn on, we assume it's destroyed. But in many cases, the battery has simply entered a state of chemical dormancy. The energy capacity is still there, it's just blocked. Understanding this distinction changes how you view your electronics. Instead of being forced into a new purchase, you can use specific reconditioning methods to clear that resistance and regain control of the device. Safety is the first priority. Before you handle any battery, put on heavy-duty protective gloves and safety glasses. We are dealing with stored energy and potential chemical residues. Examine the battery casing for any physical failure. If you see leaks or significant bulging or punctures in the plastic, the battery is structurally compromised and must be recycled. If it's clean, we move to the diagnostic. To prove the device hardware isn't the problem, we need to isolate the battery. This ensures we aren't wasting time trying to fix a power pack for a device that has a fried motherboard. For a laptop, remove the battery pack entirely. Once it's out, plug the AC adapter directly into the wall and connect it to the empty computer. If the screen lights up and the computer boots, your hardware is flawless. This confirms that the only thing standing between you and a working device is that single battery pack. Now, use a multimeter to check the battery's raw voltage. Set the dial to DC voltage and touch the probes to the terminals. A reading like this, well below the operating threshold, confirms the battery is in a dormant state. This diagnostic process prevents you from accidentally throwing away a functioning $800 laptop or $200 power tool because of a $40 battery issue. To start the revival, gather basic cleaning items like steel wool or a wire brush and distilled water if you're working on a lead-acid battery. These allow us to clear external resistance before we address the internal chemistry. First, clean the terminals with your steel wool to ensure a perfect connection. If it's a car battery, check the electrolyte levels and top them off with distilled water to ensure the plates are fully submerged. Now we begin the stimulation cycles. Instead of a standard high-speed charge, we use controlled low-current cycles to slowly wake up the dormant cells. This prevents overheating while the internal resistance is being cleared. As you cycle the battery, the chemical dormancy reverses. The buildup on the plates dissolves back into the electrolyte solution, restoring the battery's ability to move ions and accept a full charge. Finally, use the multimeter to verify the results. If the reading has stabilized back at the manufacturer's intended voltage, the reconditioning was successful. This methodical process reverses the chemical dormancy. What was once considered garbage is now a functioning, reliable power source again. Reviving the battery is only step one. To prevent it from falling back into a dormant state, you have to change how you maintain it. This graph shows why depth of discharge matters. To maximize the life of the cells, keep the charge between 20 and 80%. Consistently draining a battery to zero forces the chemistry to work harder, accelerating the buildup of resistance. Temperature is also a factor. Heat is the primary enemy of battery chemistry, but freezing temperatures can cause power tool batteries to go dormant if left in an unheated garage all winter. For tools or lawnmowers you only use occasionally, set a monthly reminder to give them a brief top-up charge. This keeps the chemistry active and prevents the voltage from dropping below the digital cutoff point. Adopting these habits acts as a financial insurance policy. By extending the life of your batteries, you delay the cost of replacements and avoid the need for further reconditioning. There is a specific satisfaction in clicking a revived battery back into your laptop or drill, pressing the trigger and seeing it run at full power on the very pack you almost threw away. When you look at the long-term math, the numbers are significant. 2 cars, a few laptops, and your power tools cost about $500 a year. But when you include larger items like a $600 home backup unit, you are looking at over $8,000 in savings over the next decade. These methods aren't just for small electronics. They apply to the critical systems your family relies on, like e-bike batteries and solar energy storage units. Knowing you can fix these yourself provides peace of mind. You aren't at the mercy of a sudden failure or a manufacturer's design limits. You have the tools to keep your home running. Find one dead device in your home today. Remove the battery, run the diagnostic check, and see for yourself how much life is still